me tell y'all something. Anxiety tries to hunt me down. Like when I say every day I gotta wake up and decide, no, I'm not gonna be anxious for nothing.
A person doesn't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Depression. Like that stuff affects people that you are connected with.
Right.
It affects them.
You tried me the other day, dog.
When it's in my head, my thoughts are racing.
But the solutions, we just feel like because we identified the problem, that's the solution. It's not. That's the beginning. 1 of 5 suffer from mental health issues.
So if it's 5 people in a group, 1.
Welcome. This is Relationships 101 Podcast, your introduction to a committed relationship. I'm your host, Sylvester Wilson.
And I'm your co-host, JasMeka Wilson.
Yes. Pretty in pink, y'all. Now, today. Now, 1 of 5 people. 1 of 5 suffer from mental health issues.
So if it's 5 people in a group, 1 out of the 1, there might be somebody suffering from a mental health issue.
1 of them 5.
We're a family of 6.
Okay. So
that means 1 of us in here. 1 of us in here.
1 of us in here.
One of us in here is suffering from a mental health issue.
1 of us.
So today's episode, y'all know we on that series of nothing can come in between us. And we know that mental health is something that's kind of neglected in our community, but we're more aware of it and they talk about it. But it's definitely something that can get in the way of a healthy and committed relationship, whether that's depression, stopping the sex drive. You don't want to perform, you don't want nothing, you don't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
Or
your communication.
I was about to say, or anxiety hitting that communication, and now I'm coming off aggressive and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm the 1 of 5. Let me tell y'all something. Anxiety tries to hunt me down. Like when I say every day I gotta wake up and decide, no, I'm not gonna be anxious for nothing. Through prayer, I'm gonna make this request be known. Anxiety leave. Like it's something that, and probably everybody may feel like they have a little sense of anxiety, but the anxiety that I'm speaking of, it ain't that little stuff. It's
because everybody needs we've learned.
Yeah,
everybody needs a little bit of anxiety. It's not like anxiety itself is like evil, it's bad. No, it's in there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us make better decisions, keep us on our toes. However, it's the imbalance, meaning you done tip too far over on the spectrum. You're doing too much now.
So some days that little bit of anxiety that we're supposed to have turned into a lot for me. So I am the 1 in the family. I'm not medically diagnosed, but I know that, okay, this anxiety that I'm feeling right now is above average. It's a little too much. I need to calm down. You know, I have my own things that I do to help me when I'm feeling those moments. But today.
But let's talk about what helps you though.
Walking, soaking in a tub, writing it down, getting it out of my head. So that's what it be with me. When it's in my head, my thoughts are racing. I'm anxious. I'm worried. So once I write it down and make a plan, it's like, okay, this is a to-do list. This is the time I'm going to do it. And I'll feel better. Or it's you rubbing me down or me drinking some tea. I already said going for a walk.
Yeah.
So I got different tricks and tools, or it's even cleaning up the house. Like sometimes I could be anxious and I would clean this house spotless just to clear the clutter in my mind. And I feel like let me clear the clutter around me, my environment, so that I'll be okay.
Okay. So when you're dealing with a spouse that may have any form of mental illness, whether it be anxiety, whether it be depression, whether it be schizophrenia, whether it be any one of these any
You
of
know
these
their favorite
things.
one. He bipolar.
Right.
He bipolar.
Am I missing anything else?
They got another one. Oh, he's a narcissist.
Narcissism.
Like he
That's
think
actually
he
one
think he
too.
all that.
That's actually one.
Yeah, that's one.
If you have a spouse that's dealing or that you think may be dealing with any one of these, the first thing you could do is one of the things you could do is talk to them, see if it's something that probably try to help them realize it too.
Right.
Because when you're in it, right, when you're in it, you're the last one to know. So let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Is there some things that may have led to this? Do you think that you actually this may be an issue, something that's kind of tipping over from just being a little bit, like you said, to something that I need to intentionally make sure that I'm combating? And if that's the case, let's start with what primary. What you're the expert in this.
I think first when you came, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, you was like, babe, you got to get control of anxiety. And I'm like, I don't have anxiety. I don't suffer from that. Like, I'm just adamant. And you kept bringing it to my attention, but you did it in grace. You didn't name call or be like, you suffer from anxiety. You sick. Something wrong with you. You made it, it was like, hey, babe, this is a thing. This is a problem. Beware of it. I'm here to support you. And I did reach out. A therapist needs a therapist sometimes. I did go to therapy for that. Not necessarily anxiety, but I went because, some stuff was flaring up in me that needed to be addressed. But that person gotta know that their spouse really care about their well-being, and they're not just trying to say you're the problem, fix you.
Right, and I think it goes back to that saying that a person doesn't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so it's like, yeah, you trying to tell me what's wrong with me, but I don't think it's coming from a place of love and care. And you know what I'm saying?
And I also think it's how you say it. Like if me and you in an argument and you're trying to say this argument is happening because of the anxiety that I may be feeling in that moment, but in reality, you did something that really caused me to be anxious, where you probably was late picking up the kids. Right. So now it's like I'm snapping for a real issue. Like this is a real situation, not just anxiety. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to try to use, hey, I think you should go get help for this particular thing, don't do it in an argument where you're trying to say this argument is happening because of this issue that I may be up against.
Right. I mean, I'm a firm believer in not bringing up an issue in the heat of the moment. Not bringing up an issue when I know that I'm already upset about something. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like, for some reason, we feel like that's the perfect time to bring it up, right? Because that button has been pressed. That's not the best time or at all to bring it up. Mm-hmm. It's like, we have more times together when we're not arguing, when we're not in a heated, debate, or when we ain't mad at each other. There's more times like that we have than times when we are actually mad at each other or it's heated, right? So why not pick one of the times when there's one of those times to say, hey, you tried me the other day, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
While we laughing. You tried me the other day, dog. And you like, what you mean? What I did? And then we had that little talk out right then and there, but it's in a lighthearted environment, not something that's already heated.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the other person is more available at that point in that type of attitude to receive what it is that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all can have a healthy dialogue about it. Kind of the difference between having a argument versus having a discussion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think we live in a era where everybody's self-diagnosing.
Yeah.
So it's like the word really don't weigh much because everybody use it loosely. Girl, this anxiety getting the best of me. And it's like people are really out there having panic attacks. Thank God I'm not at that level. But like it's a real thing. Or, girl, I feel depressed. You feel depressed because you ain't got $20 to get your hair done? Well, hairdos ain't $20, but you feel depressed because you ain't got no money to get your hair done. Like, I just feel like it's used lightly so that when you mention it to your spouse, they don't know if it's just one of those moments or this is a serious moment.
Right. We got to stop downplaying and making it such a, yeah, we should be making mental health and a part of our culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
The talk, to have
How
that
are
discussion.
you mentally?
How are you mentally? But not just to say, use these words and make them mean nothing. You got to use these words, but attach some solution to that. So what are you doing with it? It's not something that you're supposed to actually keep. Oh, my anxiety. Oh, my depression. First of all, you taking ownership talking about my.
Come on.
What are you, Johnny Gill? Who's that? My.
Anxiety ain't mine, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not yours. But if you're dealing with it, let's find solutions and take care of that. Instead of buying that bag for all that money, instead of not saying don't get your hair done, please maintain yourself. However, putting that above, like you could do something that costs a little less, and then spend a little bit of money on
that personal
on going to get some therapy or you know what I'm saying, going to get a massage. It's a lot of people that don't even go do stuff like that, just getting a massage. That's good for your mental health. Where are the solutions? We can identify the problems very easily, but the solutions, we just feel like because we identified the problem, that's the solution. It's not. That's the beginning.
Listen, y'all, we're not trying to bash y'all and be like, hey, stop doing this, but we are tired of seeing this spouse murdered this spouse. Like, okay, y'all ain't see the signs.
Heartbreaking.
It wasn't no mental moment in the relationship that you seen, hey, this person possibly got a problem.
Right.
And in those times, if you did advise him, hey, I think you should seek help, it comes a time where you gotta choose. It's you either gonna get some help or your girl out of here.
Right. So if you find yourself dealing with what should you do? If you find yourself dealing with a spouse who you think may have some mental issues, you said primary, but you wouldn't do primary doctor first. What would you do?
Yeah, they could go to their primary doctor, and she's just gonna refer. She's going to refer them to a psychiatrist, and that's what some people stop at because they don't want the medication. And that's okay if you're not at the level where you need to be medicated.
Right.
But you do need to look up strategies that, okay, I'm not going to do the medicine, but I got to replace this with something. Whether it's yoga, the massages, walks, you have to replace it. So people, I think they run away when they hear psychiatrists. Yes, psychiatrists give medicine. No, therapists do not give medicine. Therapists will hear you out and try to guide you and navigate all the thoughts that's in our mind. You don't have to do it alone. So my first step is, go to your primary doctor or reach out to a therapist. BetterHelp, they do therapy for a low fee. You could be like, hey, I only make $700 every 2 weeks. They may give you therapy for $20 every session. Or you find a local college where there's grad students that got to complete these intern hours, and they'll do it for maybe $5, $10. When I was in school, it was $5. I don't know what it is now. The cost changing, but there are solutions. Like, let's stop sitting in a room just talking about depression. Like, that stuff affect people that you are connected with.
Right.
It affects them. Whether it's you're depressed and you're sleeping all day. Now when your spouse come home, he coming home to a dirty house or no food. Like, we have to deal with these issues. And some issues do need to be medicated. Sorry to say.
Yeah.
We live in a society where I ain't taking no medication. That medication just make you suicidal. Listen, you killing yourself whether you take it or you don't take it. You killing relationships. You killing progress in your life. So some things do need medication, and I'm not opposed to it.
Right. At least sometimes sometimes the medication can at least help you get it under control.
Right.
So that then you can start to practice some more holistic things, some more natural things, you know? So
mental health untreated is real. Like when you start seeing people dabble into substance abuse, that's because there are some underlying issues, whether that person is anxious, whether they're depressed, they're self-medicating with substances. So we can replace some of those substances with some practical stuff. Walking is free. Talking to your best friend that you trust is free. There is some stuff to do. Yeah. But it's sad in us, man, to hear this one killed that one. This one ran that one over. Like, we're mentally unstable.
The mama the other week drove in the lake with the kids in the car.
Yeah. Oh, so her going to court was this week, but that happened maybe some months ago.
Yeah. She ended up not dying, you know. Yeah.
And listen, y'all, mental health don't mean, like, having a mental illness doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I'm not okay. Sometimes that's in our family history. It's in our genetics. It's nothing we could do. We was just born with this thing, and now we got to control it. Some of us were abused as kids. We couldn't control the abuse. So now we got all these PTSD moments, post-traumatic stress moments. You're not the problem. Or you had a previous mental health issue that goes back to that substance abuse. First you started with depression, now you're addicted to substances and you just adding on stuff. Or you got a lack of healthy relationships. You don't have an immediate circle that you can go to. So now you're struggling, you depressed, you worry, you suicidal. Or sometimes life happens and it make us, it turn us.
Life.
But we got to make sure.
We got strategies too.
Mental health is not getting in the way of our marriage. I'm fighting daily for it, y'all. Daily. I got to make sure anxiety stay out my front door. It ain't welcome here. Anxiety is these things that appear so real. Like it's false. False reality appearing real. My mind tell me if Jamarcus go outside, oh my gosh, I hope an accident don't happen. That's anxiety. Like, kill that thought. In our home, I love how we got the ants thing.
Yeah, like when but before you say, wait, don't say the ants yet. Okay. I just want to correct your acronym for,
got it.
You know, false evidence appearing real.
That's fear, but I wasn't going for fear. I was going for anxiety, baby. You have a false reality.
Okay.
It's fake. And it appears real. Respect. Yeah. You try to do the fear. This ain't fear.
Listen, anybody dealing with anxiety, I firmly apologize. I don't want nobody coming after me.
But he wanted to share his acronym for fear.
Okay.
That's what you wanted to do. What it is?
Because I know it is. Because what I do understand is that it is
fear. We're afraid of something. What it is?
It is fear. At the root of that, it's fear. That's played over and over and over and over again.
Right. So what it is? Repeat it one more time.
False evidence appearing real.
Okay. So we 20.
So what's the acronym for?
He stopped me when I was in the middle.
Ants.
In the middle of it. Thank you. Ants. So we got a thing in our house where if you saying something negative or you having a negative thought or somebody walk by and you judging them, we're like, kill the ant. It's an automatic negative thought. So we create an environment where we making sure our mental health is in check. But
and it starts with being able to recognize these things and not just act like they normal. Mm-hmm. It's not normal for you not to be okay. Mm-hmm. That's not normal. I know it's a lot of people around us that's not okay. Okay, we get it, right? I'm not okay. Now, after that, we got to seek solutions. We got to seek strategies. There's some things also that, because this is the thing, if you're going through something as someone with a mental health issue, then you better believe that whoever that is connected to you, your spouse, that person in that committed relationship who say they're not leaving, they there with you, they riding with you, they going through a whole lot too.
Absolutely.
And there's some things that they also have to be doing to make sure that that they don't actually be the
the punching bag,
right, or the one who punching too. I mean, just to make sure that it stays healthy. Because so one of the things is, being a safe space, for that person, maintaining your patience, being non-judgmental.
I require a lot of that.
I ain't a judge. Being non-judgmental, right? And validating that person. That it's easy to tell that person and point out to that person how they tripping and how they fail, right? How they failed, and yeah, you tripping. It really got you that time, and da da da. But how hard is it to validate the person knowing that they got this issue going on? Tell them something else. Tell them how they didn't fail. Not saying lie to them, but there's times that they didn't fail. So let's pay attention to that as well. Let's pay attention to it because you're there to actually lift them up and hold them up, because if they fall, then but we fall. So some other things are, you should be able to encourage them to seek help.
Right.
You can offer some reassurance to them and help them contact the doctor, therapist. Like, don't let them do it alone. A lot of people don't just say, "Oh, you need to go to the doctor," and then just leave them at that, and you go on about your business.
That's an insult. That's not encouraging me to do anything
at all.
You need to go to the doctor. My comeback gonna be, you need to go to the doctor.
Oh.
So no, that's just reality. If somebody come to you and tell you what you need to do in your mind,
you're right.
You're gonna think about what that person needs to do.
No, you're right.
So if they care about this person really getting the help they need, don't take that approach.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
Don't take like.
But even in the setting where you actually was able to have some healthy dialogue with them and get them to understand that yes, there's an issue there and it needs to be addressed.
Right.
It's like, even in this good discussion we was able to have, don't leave them with just that. Like, okay, so you're gonna go take care of that, right? And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go take care of it.
You're saying,
and then now you're separating yourself from the situation after that. If you're this person's life partner, if you're in a committed relationship with them or married, it don't stop. Like, your job ain't done. And you got to know that this is something that you signed up for. Everybody don't make it out of that stage. Everybody don't. You got to make sure you're taking care of yourself, doing things like making sure you get enough sleep, maintaining your doing things that you know can maintain your relationship. Like, let's not let the mental health issue be the mountain
winning
of our relationship. Lead. Right. Like, that's not the theme of our relationship. Right. We're going to continue to still do things that we know that we enjoy together, and make that, like, I'll still allow that and give those things life so that they outweigh, at least be able to combat whatever this mental health issue is. And it's like, this ain't our thing.
I think if we keep the focus of being each other's helpmeet, we'll be all right. Like, if you recognize an issue in me and you help me to see that issue and support me along in my process, marriages will be all right. Be that person's helpmeet. Be their eyes when they can't see it. Like, for me, I just thought, no, I ain't anxious about nothing. I ain't worried. I believe God. I trust God. And you like, no, you're anxious because you're moving like you're anxious. You responding like you're anxious. You ain't complete your sentence because you want to run because you're anxious. So I think just being that person.
Right. And sometimes, you can definitely get overwhelmed. So sometimes you have to take a break, look into some in-home care assistance, or even at home, exterior care. It's okay to take a break, but make sure that you're taking care of yourself, exercising, eating right, because that person needs you, and not just that person, but you need you. So don't let yourself go down on account of, trying to take care of them.
And again, we're not for everybody. Relationships 101 podcast. We ain't your power couple that's just moving on money. Just because we got a lot of money, now we power. No. Are we mentally okay, spiritually okay, emotionally okay, financially okay? We're addressing all those areas. Mm-hmm. So our conversation is going to get a little uncomfortable. Yeah. Like, what issues we got here? Who needs to see a therapist? It's one out of 5. If you're a family of 5, look in your home and see who possibly got a mental health issue. And it may be you. Stop trying to look outside of yourself and be like, I think it's my husband because his moods be changing quickly. I think he bipolar.
Yeah.
Look at you first. See what you got going on. Mm-hmm. And then look and see who the other ones may be. But
so then you can also do things like discuss some boundaries. Mm-hmm. Once we've identified what these issues are, and we get into actually taking care of it, boundaries are good even in that sense. Right? What behaviors are we not accepting still? Mm-hmm. What type of cooperation is needed, the limitations and expectations that we have for the relationship still, even with this mental health issue being a part of it. Mm-hmm. So, what else you got, baby?
I ain't got nothing. I just encourage the people during this time, back to school. Yeah, listen, anxiety tried to knock at my door today before we recorded this. And I had to, command it to go out and soak for just an honest moment, soak before this episode because it's real. So I think in this time, people just need to really tune in to our mental health. Like, definitely. Are we good? Are we okay? What do I need to do? What do I need to take away? Hey, y'all probably mentally got these problems because y'all connected to the wrong person that's causing these problems.
I mean, be careful. Meditate, pray.
Never been depressed, but this boy's stressing you out, and now you clinically depressed.
Yeah.
Self-medicating yourself, giving yourself your own diagnosis, but it's really who you connected to, sis.
Yeah. And some of us are still in the dating phase, and you may not have crossed that threshold yet as far as marriage, but you love this person. This is the perfect time for you to address any mental issues that you feel like you have. It's not something that's cliche. It's not something that we're just accepting anymore. In our community, we're not accepting that anymore. It's not just me. That's how I've always been. Well, that's an issue. That's actually a mental health issue that may just be in your DNA. Your daddy was crazy, and you crazy too. But that don't mean that we finna just like go along with that and take that and let that be a part of us like that. Like, no, let's take care of this stuff, because that can end up being, like you say, some type of crazy situation that could end up on the news or something. Like, we don't want that for you.
Right.
We don't want that for you. We don't want that for us. Like, let's address the things that are important. And I know in America, it's easy to just keep on, like, if you caught up in that rat race, you just keep going and going and going and going, and one day to the next and one day to the next. And before you know it, a whole nother year done passed, and you still took time to address this issue. And some of us know that it's us, and especially men. We don't like going to no doctor. We don't want to go see nobody. We would just rather self-medicate. Like, bro, put the bottle down. Put the weed down. It's not helping. even if it's just like some type of bandage that you putting on it for now. Like let's get that real work done so you can be whole 100% for you, for your children, for your spouse, for your family. So you could be the best version of yourself. And that's why we do this. We want everybody to be the best version of themselves, right? Healthy individuals.
Absolutely.
It's healthy couples. It's healthy families. It's healthy communities, right?
Absolutely.
Equals a healthy society. Like let's do this. You know? Yeah.
Let's grow.
Yeah. So
it's hard to let y'all go because it's so heavy.
It is heavy. So let's
so heavy.
Let's stay on the dating phase. Like if you see these red flags going on and you feel like, dang, I mean, just know what you're getting into. Speak to some other people, and that's another reason why.
Wait, can I listen? Listen. Gotta do you like grandma used to do. Y'all better have a come to Jesus moment. Because some of us may be called to people with these mental health issues to assist them. And some of them, y'all just putting yourself in and y'all ain't even assigned to that. Y'all ain't even graced for that. That mental issue that person got, y'all can't even handle half of the stuff they gonna do. Like, our relationship, God ordained. Your girl needed some patience and some chill, and he bring that. Your boy needed some fire and action, and he got that. So when it comes to all this, talk to God. Make sure if this person got this mental issue, am I assigned to them?
Mm-hmm.
Can I handle it?
Yeah.
Am I graced enough for this?
Right. Yeah. You got to ask yourself those questions because it ain't just about, the trips and how he,
the bags,
he can
the
take
flowers,
you on good dates, he give good gifts.
The big
That's why it's important for us to be transparent though about these things, about issues, because you might be trying to, protect your reputation or whatever the case may be. People gonna always judge you, like regardless. I don't care if you did everything right, they're gonna judge you anyway. But think about the other people who may be going through this, and somebody may be in a dating phase right now, but you've been taking care of your spouse with a mental issue for umpteen years. If you ain't transparent about that, then who do they know to go to and ask some questions? Mm-hmm. Right? That should come right from our community. It should be here. We should have solutions here before you even have to step out outside of the community. Like, be transparent about that. It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay to not be okay.
That's because they put a bad connotation to it. They say if you got a mental issue, you crazy. You ain't crazy. You wired differently.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Because
you're wired differently.
So we've been learning about brain types, right? And something I learned about my brain type, which is more of a spontaneous brain type. In this brain type, like that's why when you hear people talk about mental health, it's spectrums. Like when they get diagnosis, it's on the spectrum. Where are they on the spectrum? Mm-hmm. The same type of brain type I have, somebody else has, right? But that person may have a mental illness. What separates me with the same brain type as them, who has a mental illness, is the fact that the chemicals in my brain are more balanced. The chemicals in theirs is not. They're tipping over a little bit on that spectrum. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's tipping over a little bit to the left too much, a little bit to the right too much. Not enough or too much. And that creates mental illnesses in us. Mm-hmm. And that's all that is.
That's all.
And if you have to take some type of medication or
supplement
or take some type of natural supplement, all that's doing is helping to balance, put that thing back in the middle, those chemicals back in the middle and balance the way that they should be, so that you could live through life without having to deal with all that extra stuff.
And just to clarify, because you said, we've been studying brains. They probably like, wait, hold on, what y'all doing? So just how you can go to the hospital and be like, I broke my arm, and they could put you on an x-ray and look at your arm and be like, oh yeah, you broke this part of the bone. They never look at our brain. There's somewhere you can go for it, but we never say, can I have an x-ray of my brain? what's going on in my brain? We got to check that. Like, so yeah, with his brain type, the spontaneous, your girl is persistent. That goes heavy with anxiety. That's why I have to take my supplements, do my walks, eat right, yoga, whatever I need, because my frontal high. It go.
Very
My back that's supposed to be, like calming you down with a focused brain, persistent brain, your back is low. So I'm low in that area and I have to take supplements to increase it, to calm down my frontal that just make me go.
Make it more balanced. Yeah.
So again, and I'm not crazy. I'm wired differently. Give me an assignment, I bet I could run it real quick.
Exactly. I mean, good. We're good, right? Everybody's good, but let's maintain ourselves so that we can be good. Let's learn more about ourselves, so that we can know how to take better care of ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's all that is. It's bigger than just the surface level stuff. You got to really care about, when you really care about somebody, you are going to study that person. Mm-hmm. You're going to study them. Or even if you ain't somebody you care about, but somebody you feel like they have value. They know something that you want to, that you should know, right? Maybe it's a mentor or something, that's somebody that's somewhere that you want to be, right? And you want to tap into how they got there. You're going to study that. You're going to seek, knock, ask. You're going to dig and do research and find out, watch all the videos they got. You're going to do the work. And now let's say that there's people out there that's like that, but let that person be you as well. Mm-hmm. Like, be intrigued with yourself just that much. Absolutely. Love yourself just that much to want to know all about you. You don't know nothing about you. That's how I had to. That's what I learned. When the more I find out about myself, is the more I realize that I don't know me. And it's like, it's so many different ways to know yourself, because there's so many different parts of yourself. Absolutely. To get to know. And the more you know you, right, the better you are at loving you. And then the better you are at loving you, the more help you be for your partner to love you.
I love you.
I love you. I just knew that was coming. Like, what are you doing? Shut up. So, what we doing, man? We taking care of ourselves.
We're taking care of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially.
What we doing?
In every area of
being
our
healthy.
lives.
What we doing?
Yeah.
We being healthy.
Yeah. Intentionally.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us again on another episode of Relationships 101 podcast. This is your introduction. We're trying to stop y'all at the door. We're having the conversations that sometimes your parents don't have. They know he ain't the one or she ain't the one, but they just sit back and be like, nah, they gonna learn. Nah, teach them, tell them, show them, reveal it, educate them. Yeah. So we just trying to meet y'all there. And if y'all already crossed the door, we're trying to make y'all know how to run another 14.
Oh.
Y'all almost on that 15 and many more to go.
Yeah.
We out.
Peace.
101.